Hey there, I hope you're good. I want to talk about how to deal with people who look down on you um, in real life. So, some people are paranoid, right? And they think that everybody who's not smiling at them or is excited about them is thinking negative things about them. So, I'm not talking to you if that's who you are. I'm talking to um, genuine people who experience other people looking down on them for some or other reason. That can hurt, right? Because you don't deserve that. And usually you've done nothing to elicit or solicit that from those people. So I want to do some shadow work around that or help you do some shadow work around that if you want. Take it or leave it. So when you feel that, right, person X is looking down upon you, you're going to feel angry, right? But that anger is usually like the defense mechanism from the real emotions that you're feeling. You usually feel hurt underneath the anger and grieved and in sorrow, depending on the context. So if you are in a social group that you want to fit in with, and then those people look down on you, you're going to feel very bad about yourself. You're going to feel unworthy. You're going to feel unlovable. You're going to feel unloved. You're going to feel rejected, right? But if you are in a connection with a frenemy who purposefully wants to make you feel like crap because that's how they feed off your energies when you're feeling bad about yourself, then it's going to be in more subtle ways that will feel like you are being paranoid and you are being ridiculous when your intuition is picking up on something that they are intentionally making you feel. And that can come in like these subtle jabs like, oh my God, are you going to wear that? Or, wow, it must have been a really festive season. I mean, you've put on a few, you know, things that seem innocent but are not. They're very calculated and they're very intentional and they are designed to make you feel like crap. So these people want you to feel lower than them. It's not that they think that about you. Sometimes they don't think that about you. Actually, they think the opposite about you. They're very jealous of you, they're envious of you, and they want to take you down to their level and to make you feel like you are beneath them. And that can be a sibling who's jealous of you, a cousin who's jealous of you, a colleague who's jealous of you. This is very common in the workplace where there's a lot of nasty competition and people want to get into your mind, right? And make you feel less than and make you feel unworthy of the promotion that you're all competing for or the position that you're all being considered for, or just the favor of the boss. Like different people have different issues that play out in the workplace. So how do you then cope with someone who looks down on you? So you need to, first of all, get past the anger and sometimes rage, depending on the context and where it's happening, and get into the real emotions that is making you feel in that moment. So you feel unworthy, you feel unloved, you feel unheld, you feel let down, you feel rejected, you feel sad, you feel despair, feel all of that. And sometimes it's through humiliation, right? You feel humiliated. And feel all of those emotions in the moment. It's very important to not dissociate from them. It's not strength to do that. It actually weakens you. So feel your true emotions about that. And when you do, you'll understand that anybody who wants you to feel that way shouldn't be someone that you're making time, space, and energy for in your life. So those emotions will bring you into a state of truth about that connection, that you shouldn't be in this connection because this is what this person or those people want you to feel. It's very intentional. So it's not, oh, they have no idea that this is the grief I feel. They want you to feel that grief. They enjoy you feeling that grief. And when you can accept that, and you will accept that as you feel the truth of your emotions, that, wow, this person wants me to feel this way because they enjoy me feeling this way. When you process the emotions that you feel, you'll tap into a soul wisdom that will kind of show you how to deal with that, which is to get away from these people. Don't invest love, energy, emotion into those relationships and those connections. Instead, pour all that love and devotion and affection and attention into you, into the relationship with yourself. It's not to say that don't have friends, don't be ridiculous, but don't have those people be your friends. There are billions of people in this world, millions within your vicinity, thousands within your reality that you can be friends with. Like, keep that perspective in mind. You don't need those fucking cunts who want you to feel like shit to be a part of your life and reality. So, when you minimize your interaction, your connection with those people because you understand what they want from you, loving yourself then means that you kind of minimize your connection with them and minimize your interaction with them. Don't give them any more power over you. Don't open yourself up emotionally, mentally, and sometimes even physically to those people who want to make you feel lower than them. And then invest into improving yourself in some way. This will help build your self-esteem and build your sense of self-worth when you are actually investing in doing something about the things that make you feel insecure and lower than and less than. Do something about that within your life. It's not you trying to prove that you're worthy of love. No, because remember, we've expressed this. You first feel the true emotions as you're feeling them, which are always going to be beneath the anger and the rage that you're going to initially feel. Then, once you've processed those emotions, you'll come to a sense of truth about those people and yourself. Sometimes what you feel from that standpoint will make you want to have nothing to do with those people. But there's the additional step that will solidify your self-love for yourself, which is to actually do something in real life that builds you up in your life, that empowers you. So if you are insecure about your education level, take up a course, save up, or maybe do a free course online. If you feel like your status is not where you'd want to be, work hard at improving your status in society. You can. Many people have status that they've earned, and if your level of status makes you feel inferior to people, you can work on your status. If you have an issue with self-belief, work on your self-belief. Start reading books and listening to podcasts that empower your sense of self. If your insecurity is your body, your weight, you don't feel beautiful enough, and you're hanging out with people who are always poking at that insecurity because you're an easy target for those types of cunts, start going to gym. Start going on that next diet that you've been planning. Start taking actions to actually do something about your physical insecurities. Instead of just piling on the crap on yourself about your body, start actually doing something about your insecurities when it comes to your body. Don't just sit there and feel sorry for yourself and expect someone to love you where you don't show up for yourself. Instead, start showing up for yourself in those like darker places that those people are usually poking at. And then don't do that to make those people love you, to show them. You don't need to show those people. Those are the last people you need to be showing anything. You should have nothing to do with people like that if you love yourself in truth. Think about your child coming home from school telling you about some cunts. You don't want your child to have anything to do with cunts in life. So you want them to move away from those people and towards people who are actually kind to them and are good to them. When you start being good and kind to yourself, you'll realize that such people exist in the world because you've suddenly become one of them towards yourself, and you'll gravitate towards those people. You won't think things like what you're experiencing with that group is normal, because I promise you it's not. It's a cesspool environment that has become normal because of how you treat yourself on the inside. Hence, this is shadow work. This is making your unconscious conscious. This is not dealing with other people. It's dealing with yourself and coming into a more integrated version of yourself. So when you have someone who is having the power to make you feel less than, it's because within yourself you are giving them that power. And what I've just described helps you take your power back in an authentic and truthful way without making it like superficial, because it is deep. In a normal state of being, your soul confidence doesn't feel inferior to other people. You feel connected or you don't feel connected. You resonate or you don't resonate. You can dislike people without needing them to be your footstool. And people can dislike you without needing to reduce you to their footstool. So when you are in a state or space where other people are making you feel inferior to them, please understand that you are giving them that power. They don't have the power to make you feel anything, especially inferior. So if you are, it's your opportunity to actually build yourself up in those places where you give your power away, and in those places where you have unaddressed weaknesses within yourself that you perpetuate by showing up in a certain way in your own reality. So if you are wanting approval from a certain class of people because you think that you not being in that class makes you inferior, those people are going to play on those insecurities within yourself. Instead of building yourself up and making yourself a more classy person and embodying that in a truthful and authentic way that is true of you, you then want to associate with those people and make them or give them the responsibility to make you feel classier by them accepting you. And so when they make you feel inferior to them, you then, disintegrate into nothingness. Whereas you don't have to. That's a choice. As I've highlighted, there's a different avenue for you to take if you choose to.